Good morning. I have absolutely no idea where to get started, but I might as well start somewhere. My name is Tim, and this is my world and this is my life. Some of you may know me from TikTok. Well, consider this the director's cut of a Sunday. This is what I do. Every day, I start at 4 a.m. And that's my wife Kelly, of 16 years, hugging me good morning. Depending on the day of the week, I will usually start with about an hour to 2.5 hours of work. I'm the Vice President of Production and Creative Services at a company called Spectrum Reach. I have a 240-person-ish team. It's a lot. On Sundays, I go for a long walk. Once I'm done with work and I feel like I'm relatively settled for the day, I'll head out. The destination is the Brooklyn Promenade. The time alone with my thoughts is priceless. And no matter how many times I walk past these things, I notice something new, or I find newfound appreciation. This is Carroll Gardens, Brooklyn. At least that's where my home is. We're going to walk through Cobble Hill into Brooklyn Heights, and then we'll see the skyline. I think this is an incredibly special place. I can always see the movie set in my head, and there are actually a lot of movies that are shot here, and I think you can probably tell why. And I love that I have it to myself at this time of morning, and this is late. This was a late one for me. This was like 6:45 already by the time I was at the door. At, say 5 a.m., it's somewhat indescribable. You feel like you own the city. You feel like you have the ability to clear your head before anybody else even thinks about opening an eye. And I'm a total geek for these details. I mean, I've walked past this one store God knows how many times, and that's the look on my face every time. I usually take the same route too. I don't know why. I think there's something about mindfulness, at least the way that I see mindfulness, about how many things are there that I haven't seen before that I can notice. It's almost like how you tell a story, right? There's so many differences in the tone of your voice, where you have inflections, even if it's the same exact sentence. I feel that way about these walks. I could talk about 1,000 different things, and depending on how the sun is hitting it, depending on the weather, depending on where my head is at, it could look entirely different every single time. I mean, there's probably 15 to 20 stories I could have already told about the buildings I've already walked past at this point, but now we're here. Every single goddamn time I walk past this, it looks different. It's the sun, it's the clouds, it's even what I step on. Like this pork rind, I think it was. Not quite sure. You never know. Sometimes there's people that are still hanging out here from the night before. And then there's some of the usual early morning folks that I see on a consistent basis. But it's gorgeous. And I never take it for granted. Oh, and super random train of thought. I know that you're supposed to say, like, subscribe and like and all that kind of good stuff. I really don't care about that. I don't fully not care about that, but I would rather that you hit that little button that makes this full screen. I think that you'll be able to enjoy this that much more. After the promenade, we start circling back through Brooklyn Heights over into Cobble Hill. If you were on this walk with me in real time, I'd be asking you 1,000 questions. What do you do? How can I help you think through something? I genuinely feel like at some point I flash forward from 25 to 44, and I know that might sound cliche, but I've got arguably the executive level experience of somebody in their mid to late 50s. I've got the mind of the 13, 17, and 25-year-old version of me still. And perspective that I just want to be able to hand out wherever possible to help everybody as much as I can. And I would take you here for sushi, because it's amazing. It's our favorite pickup every Saturday night. Look at that smile on my face. I can't wait to go back there. That building whistles, some of the Nets live there. Everything about this neighborhood is amazing to me. And as we get closer to being back towards my house, I always have to check and see what time it is. And yes, I wear 2 watches. If you know me from TikTok, you probably know this, and no, I have not really answered that yet. Long story short, I'm weird, and I like capturing data on myself. See, like that could be an entire walk and talk in and of itself, but I get distracted easily. And now I want to tell you about my dream home, this house. I dream of buying this house and redoing it. See, there's another post. But look, we gotta make this quick. This has already been super long-winded. My gimbal died or went haywire on me at some point, and I want to show you my wife's gym. Oh, Kelly. My wife is just unbelievable, and a small business owner, and this is one of her 2 gyms. Welcome to CKO Carroll Gardens, Brooklyn. This is where I come every single morning and work out after my walks. I built the Rogue Rack. I did most of the accoutrements down here. It's kind of like my own little personal setup, hence me coming 7 days a week and loving every minute of it. Alright, so it's probably like 8:30 now if I had to guess. Gotta get back. Got a big Sunday ahead of us. And another time I'll tell you all the stories about how my high school friends used to live in the building across the street from me. Welcome back to my house. Sun is up, my daughter's up, and my wife is puzzling. Puzzling good looking, that is. Anyway, hope that's not too inappropriate. Camera angle's weird. I didn't know what to do about it. Just left it. We have fun. Come on. If you're going to be here and watch me on YouTube, you're going to have to get to know us pretty well. Did I just say watch us on YouTube? My dear Lord, what am I doing? Putting the puzzle pieces together, that's what I'm doing. I'm making bad jokes. This afternoon, Evelyn is coming with me to hang out with Marcus Milione for a podcast. So I gotta get the bike ready. Usually do a little sweep and inspection outside. Totally of that age now where I feel like I am a mayor of the block or whatever. That's my refrigerator. Don't know why I took that shot. Let's start with some kicks. If I'm gonna wear something mildly cool today, it's gotta start with the kicks. Got my tools down here as well, but really the basement is all about the kicks. And it's really fun to have Evelyn down here. It's like a playroom to a certain extent, even though it's really just me that plays here. She helped me pick out the shoes for the day. We went with the Union 4s. Actually got those off the sneakers app. One of the few W's.